Merry Christmas! From Greg and Charlotte at Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Ho, ho, ho. Hey, ho, 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 everybody. It's Christmas Eve. Hope you've been good boys and girls this year and brought back popular demand. They wanted to know if I was going to have the Santa Claus hat on, so I dug it up for you guys. I'm going to review a beer today that I did 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago. I don't know exactly when I did it. I could not get this beer at the time here in Virginia, and someone sent it to me, and I got to taste it, and I fell in love with it then. I thought it was pretty damn awesome. But now, the last time I went out to the barrel chest to pick up some beer, do a beer run, they actually had it out there then. I said, man, I haven't had that in many years. So decided to pick up a 6-pack of it. Because what I remember, it was very tasty. And if you remember, guys, I did a vertical of their Velvet Merkin, which is a barrel-aged version of this. I did a vertical 2 different years. That's when the other half set in with me on the video. And this is what they use to put into bourbon barrels. And then when it comes out, it's their Velvet Merkin instead of the Velvet Merlin. So this is a lower ABV version of the Velvet Merkin. This is non-barrel aged. So this beer starts out at 5.5%. I think that's what it is. It is very hard to read on this label. .5% alcohol by volume. So enough where you could have several of them if you wanted to. And here it has a date on it of 10/19 of 2015, right on the bottom of the label, written in white, very easy to see. Thumbs up to those guys. Firestone Walker makes some very, very tasty beers, and some of them are a little on the pricey side, especially the ones that's in the big box that they put the packaging on like that. But this one wasn't too bad. 6-pack of this wasn't astronomically expensive, around $10 I think. So a nice oatmeal stout, if you will. Well, commercial description on this says a decadent oatmeal stout brimming with cocoa and espresso aromas. This beer features a rich dark chocolate and roasted coffee flavor with a creamy mouthfeel and wonderfully dry finish. The addition of U.S. grown Douglas hops contributes to the perfect amount of bitterness for this exceptionally balanced beer. And like I said, I have reviewed this beer a long time ago. This is a re-review 2015 edition of their Velvet Merlin. Food pairings for this beer: cheese of the earthy Camembert Fontina, and since it is a stout, it goes well with your chocolate dishes, of course. And the meat is shellfish and smoked meat for this. Glassware, pint, Beccanonic tumbler, mug, Stein Seidel. My favorite glass here, the Sovereign Beer glass, and not recommended for extended cellaring, but it's just a tad over 2 months old, so I think we're good. So let's get the cap off of this. Hope you're ready for Santa Claus. He's coming. I can't stay long. I got work to do. Gotta make the rounds. So hopefully you've done all your Christmas shopping. Got everything bought for everybody. Christmas Eve, guys. Good looking beer in the glass. I can see a little bit of red ruby tinges around the bottom of the small part of the glass, but it's a big bulb part not getting any light at all. It didn't pour a massive head, it's just barely covering the top of the beer. Let's get a nose on it. Rich roasted malt. I'm getting little hints of caramel and toffee, maybe a little bit of dark fruit. Some coffee in there. And maybe some hints of a little bit of chocolate. Not much. More coffee than chocolate. Smells pretty tasty though. Let's give it a taste here and see what we got. Merry Christmas, everybody. Cheers. Very tasty. Very easy drinking. 5.5%. Not getting any alcohol. You can have several of these. Rich roasted malt, almost to the burnt characteristics. Coffee. Little bit of bittersweet chocolate in there. Maybe a little bit of dark fruits, but the coffee and the rich roasted, almost to the burnt qualities of the malt is standing out more than anything else. And I can tell you guys all the time, the only thing that makes this better is a bourbon barrel aged, and they do. It's the Velvet Merkin. And as I'm drinking it, I can see some light through the glass here around the outside of the edges. Some red rubiness there. Wonderful aroma on this beer. Very, very nice. Very low ABV oatmeal stout. Something, like I said, you could have a couple of them if you want. A lot of these imperial oatmeal stouts and stuff, 8, 9, 10, even 12%ers are bigger, or even bigger. Whereas, you know, you drink one of them and you're going to be in the hammer lane. So, all right, guys, let me take it back. Let her have a sip 2 or 3, and we'll come back and do the final chug and grade on this. Hope you got all your Christmas presents wrapped. Santa Claus is coming. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it about 30 minutes. Pretty tasty. Nice creamy mouthfeel to go with this. Very nice. Firestone Walker's out of Paso Robles, California. They do some awesome beers, guys. Like I said, this is a re-review. I did this 2, 3, 4 years ago. And it's just as good as I remember it being. It's a very nice, low ABV oatmeal stout. Very sessionable at 5.5%, so very tasty. Can't lollygag around. Got a lot of work to do. A lot of toys to get out. Got a busy night coming up. I don't chug. Can get that final sip in. You need a nice low ABV stout like this. Something I don't get too inebriated while I'm, of course Rudolph does all the work. I just jump down the chimney every now and then. Alright guys, we're going to wrap this one up. 9 out of 10 for me on this one. Very tasty. A nice low ABV stout, like I said. Very sessionable. Rich roasted malt. Caramel, toffee. Slight hints of some dark fruit in there. Bittersweet chocolate, some coffee. Very nice. Very, very nice. I'm glad I can finally get this here in Virginia. I'll probably buy some more of this. It's a very nice oatmeal stout. Nice low ABV. You could actually have this for breakfast if you wanted to. Very nice. 9 out of 10 for me on this one, guys. If I was to put a rating on this, it would probably be a 97, 98, somewhere in that area. So we'll go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 89 in a very good range. I think it's a tad better than an 89. I think it's in the 90s, guys. In the upper 90s, as a matter of fact. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 97 and 98 in the style. I'm more in line with those guys over there. That's about where I would put it. I would agree with that 100%. So a nice an oatmeal stout in the A category for sure. And like I said earlier, only way this will be better is to put it in bourbon barrels, which they do. That's their velvet merkin. So, and it kicks the ABV up quite a bit when they put it in those barrels for that length of time. I can't remember what the merkin was, but I was thinking it's like 9%. So those bourbon barrels kick this beer up a notch, plus you get that nice bourbon notes from it too. So a little more potent version of this. So if you've had this one from Firestone Walker, their Velvet Merlin, let me know what you think, guys. I think it's a pretty tasty beer. And I got work to do. Gotta go. Come on back tomorrow. Christmas Day. I hope I get everything that you need and get it under the tree. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go see what's in the fridge.